Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm coming on to do another flip through, this time for the tall and skinny journals that we've done a few of the pieces together on video. So these are these ones, so I will just tell you how big they are. So they are 10.5 inches by, I think that is about 3 3/4. And this one is 10 by, yeah, about the same, 3 3/4. So this one is slightly smaller, but I have made them together. So although they're similar inside, there are differences, but you know, these are these. So I'll show you both of them today. So the covers are made from some vintage quilt that I have bought from Rachel from Rach and Bella Crafts quite a while back. And I've kept the covers quite simple. So we've got the quilt folded in half. I've got some crochet along the spine, and then I've just got the ribbon closure wrapped around, and then we've got a book plate, and we've got notes and journal. So I'll start with notes first. That's the slightly smaller one. I should say, so the vintage quilt, it was an odd shaped piece, and I didn't want to lose much of the quilt by trying to get an exact measurement, I guess. So these are junky in the sense of, you know, we've got slightly wonky a piece. I wanted to keep that because I felt like for these I kept a little bit of a vintage vibe, and I wanted to keep that you know, homely feel, I suppose. Just for me, I felt like it suited the project. Okay, and of course I haven't lined the quilt. It is just the quilt, and I've sewn around it. So, you know, yeah, it's textural the whole way along. Okay, as always, I have used a variety of kits. Most of the kits are similar for my Secret Garden projects. I will link them down below, just saves me having to, you know, call out the names as we go, but I'll do my best. So here, and of course I had to use like portrait pages, folded landscape. So we've got lots of non-directional papers, but anyway, we'll get going. So here, this is actually glued down as a belly band, but I haven't slipped anything behind because I just really liked that picture of common centauri flower, just, you know, as the focal point. But of course you could put something behind there if you want to. Here I've got one of the collage masterboard pockets that we made on video, and then I've got one of my little clusters to decorate that. And this is the tag for inside. It's one of my masterboards, and then I've just added a label and a stamp and this butterfly charm, a little bit of a sequin tag topper, and then just space to write on the back. I really love how that butterfly just kind of hangs down there. Gives it just, yeah, a little bit of an interest. So yeah, I had really a lot of fun deciding how to do these pages with the skinny and the tall size. It was quite a challenge, but interesting. So here I've got a circular book page that I've actually glued down as a tuck spot. So you've just got the top open there for this piece of ephemera. This is from the Journal Boat, one of the kits I was using, and just the word bloom. And I've got this on some ledger paper. And on the back here you can see the 1800s writing. This is late 1800s, and I've got the ledger folded up as a pocket, a little bit of a ruffle, and then we've got this little Secret Garden key. As you can see, it kind of like turns a little bit, and that's because it's secured on there with a brad, so it's got a little bit of a interaction moment there, I guess. Inside there I've got a Secret Garden oracle card that Cheryl Talifus sent me. This one says radiance. Keep your head held high and follow the sun. Really beautiful. We've got a piece of vintage ephemera here which can be written on the back, or you can use it in some embellishments. And then this is a calendar image that I've turned into a writing spot. There's some of my tea-dyed lace print stuff. You probably can't see it in the lighting, but there's a pattern on the back. And that's just some simple pink flowers. We've got my tea-dyed papers here with the lace imprint. Again, you probably can't see it too well, but there is a beautiful printing there. And then I've got another ruffle on the side there just for a bit of textural feely. There's quite a lot of fabrics in this one. We've got some book page. I just really liked how this looked, and of course you can read a little bit about what it says. And then on the back we've got some kit page, this time from Liana Scrap. I've got an altered playing card, this is decoupaged, and then I've just got some fussy cuts and one of my painted labels that I did in Roxy's weekly challenge. And tucked in there I've got some French vintage ephemera, which can be written on, or of course you can use this in collaging and embellishments in the journal. Some more of the lace printing tea-dyed. A little bit of ledger and one of my clusters. I thought this would be a fun way you could kind of write around the bird cluster. Folded up pocket again with a little bit of a ruffle there, and another one of my clusters, this time with the squirrel. And we've got a couple of vintage tea cards from the butterfly series, or one of the butterfly series. And we've got this vintage check from the 1930s, which again can be written on, or you can use it in something. So that just tucks in there. Quite a bit of vintage ephemera in this one because I felt like it went with the vibe of the cover and everything. Here we've got one of the collaged pages that I did on video. So this is some book page with some kit paper from Liana Scrap, a very tall fussy cut from a book, some butterflies and a label. Very simple, but I think it looks really effective, especially the tall flower on there. This is the centre of this one. Have another playing card decoupaged with this fox napkin instead, and it says remember in the corner. And we've got some vintage tickets in there, but of course you could slip other things in if you wanted to. And this is one of the kits I was using from the journal boat. The journal is a 5-hole pamphlet stitch stitched straight into the quilting, and then that crochet along the spine just covers up the stitches on the outside. I did 5-hole because of how tall the journal is. This is another of the collaged pages, this time with butterflies. Here we've got the ledger paper turned up into a pocket again. This time I've got one of my little snippety lace things, so there's lots of different fabrics there for a little bit of that touchy-feely vibe. I just think that looks so delicate. And then I've put one of the blossoms that I've been using just to decorate that. And of course you can write on much of this ledger paper behind everything. This is made from some packaging. It's a bookmark, just very simple, tall and skinny, which helps. And this is a piece of antique ephemera from 1893. It's the original. This one is a bookbinding receipt, bookbinding done to order, which I thought was quite fitting for a handmade journal. So that just slips in there. Of course you can write on it, you can use it, or you can just hoard it. A little bit of a sticker detail down there, and we've got some touchy-feely snippety thing up there that I've made. Here we've got a belly band, and I've got a cluster here which says the pink glow of dawn. There's just a variety of fabrics and laces behind that. And we've got a tall and skinny notepad. Nothing special, just a few sheets. This is quite thick paper and you can write on it front and back. And I did that because I didn't really want to cover up this beautiful kit page from Liana Scrap. So I felt like once you remove the notepad you can see all of that. Or you could put something else in there if you want to. Back of the book page and some more ruffling down here. Another ledger pocket down here with a bit of a button cluster, and underneath here is an up tuck, so if you wanted to slip something in secret then you could. And then we've got some more of that penmanship and just a couple of tags from the kit. One of the kits. Those are the Journal Boat Secret Garden kit. Here I've done the same thing on the back with this circular book page, turned that into a tuck spot, and we've just got another tag from the kit. Little bit of a sentiment there, and there's some more of that writing. This ledger is from 1894, it says there. I just really like that page, how it just all the way up the page you have something to look at. And of course behind there you could write your own secret notes. Here I didn't want to cover this up, I thought this was really pretty and you could of course write on there. And then I've just got one of my stamped tickets that I've done recently, and a little bit of a fabricy cluster on there just for a bit of interest. And on the back we've got one of the, I didn't make this in the Mass Makes, I made this in a different challenge, but it's a fold out writing spot, and we also have a pocket for this little tag, and of course the sleeping cat on there. I glued this the whole way down because I just liked how that was framed on the page. It's not a belly band or anything in this one. So that is notes, and we'll have a look at journal now, which is similar but different. So this is this one. Again, the cover is, you know, much the same. Okay. So similar to before, but this time we start with a pink page and the Ragged Robin focal point. That is also still a belly band. Another collage masterboard pocket with a little cluster on it, and this is the tag for in that one, again from a masterboard, and then tall flower and a label, and same trim tag topper. Some more tea-dyed papers. Again, another ledger page folded up into a pocket. This time we've got a little ruffle and a fussy cut. Tag from the kit, and then the same pieces of ephemera, that check and receipt payment thing for writing on or using in some way. Little bit of a ruffly there, and I really like how these ones come over the edge, so you've got this little bit of a fluffy border. Kind of dragging my mat with me. There we go. Okay, this is the book page for this one. Here, this is a really beautiful writing paper from Leanna Scrap, so I didn't want to cover that up. Instead, I've added one of my altered paper clips, which you could slip something into. You can even write on the back of this one because I've used a light coloured cardstock. Equally, it just gives it a bit of decoration. Ledger page, this time with an uptuck. This is from a greeting card I've just torn around the flowers, and then I've got one of my clusters in there which can be written on, or you could use it. And I just really like how the word lovely sticks out and the queen is poking out from the flowers. Here we've got the ledger page folded up into a pocket again, this time with some pink ribbon, some eyelash trim, and this is the little swinging key thing. The vintage tea cards, this time a butterfly and a wildflower, and we've got this calendar image of a pink rose. And I've got a cluster up here, toadstool. I just felt like this helped tone down the page a little bit because it was very pink, and I just really liked how that looked up there. This is the collage page, and this time butterflies coming first. Really beautiful. And that's the centre. This time we've got one of the coin pockets from Tina's Mass Makes that I did on video, and this is where we're keeping that skinny notepad just in there. This is the other collaged page, this time with this tall orchid flower. Again, ledger page pocket, this time with this little bit of a cluster. Lots of different, you know, fabrics and laces, very touchy-feely. That's where the tickets are in this one. And we've got a Stamperia tag. And we've got this piece of antique ephemera from this time 1894, and this was I think it's a receipt for some kind of payment. Again, you could you know, write on the back or use it or just hoard it. It's up to you. Again, sticker and little word down there, another touchy-feely embellishment piece. Again, nice spot for writing. I've just added this butterfly sticker. There's the back of the book page with the label, plenty of space to write on that ledger page. And again, this is a pocket with this little button cluster, and we've got a tag from the kit, and this is the oracle card for in this one. It's called Generosity, sow seeds of kindness. So that just goes in there. That's that tea-dyed paper. And we've got another collage masterboard pocket in this one, and this is the bookmark. I've got some of these like bookmark plasticky template things from ages ago, So I put some kit page, kit cardstock in the centre of it. I've just got some seam binding, and then I actually slipped in some note paper. The same paper that's used in the skinny notepads, which is removable, so you could, you know, change this out. And behind it, the cardstock is double printed. I didn't want to cover that up, but you could glue a writing spot on there. Equally, you could interchange that writing paper when you're finished with it. And then I've done this vellum sticker over the top of the plastic, so when you remove the kit page, the butterfly stays there. I just thought that was really quite fun. And then here we've got the fold out writing space again. This time the cat is awake. Same tag in the pocket. And this time this one is stuck down on 3 sides to give you this side tuck. And this is the card I've got for in this one. Some of that kit page, a bit of a sticker, one of my painted labels and a stamp. And then I've got a key charm coming off of the tab. So that just slips in there. So that is those. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing those. Thank you to those of you who watched the videos for some of the ephemera that I've made in this one. Again, these were part of my secret garden project, so a lot of this project for me is using up ephemera that I made in the Tina's Mass Makes, and also finishing off projects that I had in mind for a while. So for example, these vintage quilts I had in my stash for, it must have been about 18 months. And eventually I decided that's it, I'm going to get on and make them. So I'm glad that I've done that. As always, if anyone is interested in these before they go into my Etsy, then please email me. If I sell the journal outside of Etsy, then I take payment via Square. It's a secure payment link, but it just means that I save in fees because, you know, the Etsy fees are getting quite high now. So thank you to the ladies who have bought journals from me in this way. It really does help me, and I really appreciate you know, your understanding of how I'm selling my journals at the moment. Of course, if I don't get any emails, then these will go into my Etsy within the next few days. So keep an eye out on that if you're wanting to wait a bit longer. So yeah, that's the journals. I hope that you like them. I really enjoyed working with this size, and they feel so nice in hand. You know, they've turned out a little bit chunky, chunkier than I was expecting, but I feel like they're quite a nice size actually. It feels, yeah, really nice. And of course that quilt, just, all the texture and everything, I just love it. So I hope that you like them as well. I hope you've enjoyed seeing those flip throughs, and I'm gonna faff with this bow. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks so much then. Speak soon. Bye bye for now.